Today, we're going to be talking about alternative text. Alternative text, or alt text for short, is a very important tool when it comes to accessibility. If a user with a visual impairment is trying to access our site, they may not be able to experience an image the same way someone without a visual impairment could. This is where alt text comes into play. This makes it so anyone, regardless of if they can see the screen or not, is able to have the same user experience. As you can see here on this webpage, which you can access at clas.ucdenver.edu/digital-accessibility/photos-images, there are a lot of different types of images you can encounter while building a website. As you can see on this site, the types of images are informative, decorative, functional, complex, and images. For our purposes today, we're only going to be focusing on those first three of informative, decorative, and functional. Let's begin with decorative. There's a really good example of a decorative image on the top of this page in the header. Take a look at this grayed out image of hands holding phones. This is the perfect example of a decorative image. It doesn't serve a purpose in the text, only acting as decoration or as a background. Think of it like the white we see behind the rest of the text. Alt text is not required for these images. Now let's look at an example of an informative image. This could be a photo of a person in a biography or an identifying image of a sample used in an experiment. Let's say, for example, I'm making a page about cats, and I want to use a photo to really drive home the point I'm making. What I'm going to do is click here to where it says Photo, add a new file, click Browse, and select my image. And what I might do here is simply press Upload. But thankfully, our Drupal software stops us and makes it so that you have to insert an alt text before you can add in an image. While it's very convenient that the software reminds us, we need to make sure we're being proactive in adding alt text as we add our images. Now, I may want to be a little artful with how I describe this image. I might write maybe, an orange tabby with reading glasses sits before an open book. This is indeed accurate and very beautiful if I'm just trying to describe the image to a friend, but for the sake of alt text, it's kind of wordy. Think of how quickly we can process images. We want to be able to provide that fast experience to users who can and can't see images traditionally. I would want to try something with less words that gets my point across more accurately. For instance, let's try instead a cat with glasses and a book. This works perfectly. Now all we need to do is click Insert, and the image will appear in the body of the text. Now let's try our last type of image, functional. Let's say I want to use an image to act as a button to go to another site. I'm going to do the same process as before and insert my new image. Now, before inserting my image, I'm going to add the alternative text. Unlike with an informative image, we are welcome to add a little bit more context to the thing we're describing. I might want to make the alt text something simple, like click here button. But this is ultimately unhelpful. People using alternative text might not trust the link that they're clicking on since there's no specification as to where it's going. In this case, I'm linking it to an Instagram page, so I might want to add something like link to my Instagram page. That way, all users are very much aware of the link that they're clicking to, which is very important in the age of digital safety. To make this a link, I will click this chain icon in the top and the address I would like the image to go to. Now I can scroll down, click Save. I know that both of my images are completely accessible to those using screen readers or other accessibility tools. Great work.